Thinking about getting an electric scooter but don't know which one's actually worth your money? Stick around, because I tested the top models so you don't have to. From powerful long-range beasts to lightweight city zippers, these scooters surprised me in more ways than one. Let's get straight to the ones that deliver, and the ones that don't. We have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Number 1. Segway Max G3. Segway's Max G3 is nearly identical in price to the Apollo Go, but it offers more power and range with a weight trade-off. That extra oomph is enough to make it reliable for longer commutes, like if you're scooting to the office and back home. But my favorite part of the Max G3 is its 3.5-hour recharge time. I've had so many situations where I did not take my scooter somewhere because I forgot to charge it, and it needed 6 or 12 hours to get back to full. That hasn't been an issue with this Segway. Just pop it on the charger and roughly 3 hours later, you're good to go. Even better is that the charger doesn't have a giant AC brick attached. It's a simple, lightweight cable that's easy to pack, so you can quickly recharge at the office or even a coffee shop. I predominantly rode the scooter in drive mode, which maxes the top speed at 16 miles per hour. You can put it in sport to go 20 miles per hour, and if you unlock the speed boost in the app, you can max out at 28 miles per hour. Drive mode was plenty for me, and legal in New York City, and it enabled a healthy range without worrying about the battery dying. I ended my trip from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, to 36th Street in Midtown and then back home with around 25% remaining, roughly 18 miles, and I could probably go an extra mile or two further. Speeds decreased a smidge going up the slope of the Williamsburg Bridge, though that didn't happen in sport mode. It's plenty powerful. The 11-inch self-sealing tires, paired with the dual hydraulic suspension, also make for a relatively smooth ride. It's easy to set up. The Segway app has many customization options, and folding the scooter is a breeze. At 54 pounds, carrying it up a few flights of stairs is manageable. The Max G3 has built-in turn signals, which I always appreciate, and the front and rear disc brakes offer adequate stopping power. Number 2. Segway Ninebot F3 Electric Scooter. The Segway F3 checks off a lot of boxes. The app experience is feature-rich. It has turn signals and a bell, and it can hit 20 miles per hour on its highest speed mode. It's also not too heavy at 42 pounds, yet still maintains 10-inch self-sealing tubeless tires that do a decent job of making bumpy roads feel less harsh, aided by front and rear suspension. It's simple to fold up, though not quite as seamless as Niu's folding system. The display gets nice and bright, and the hydraulic brake comes to a quick stop. It's very comfy to ride, and it has just enough power to climb some small slopes, though your top speed will drop. These conveniences come with a sacrifice: range. It doesn't go as far as the Apollo Go or Niu KQi 300X, see below, both of which have dipped close to the MSRP of the Segway F3 during sale events. I eked out a little more than 10 miles, though most people should be able to get closer to 15 or more. When this scooter eventually goes on sale, I think it'll be a much better value at, say, $600 instead of $850. Still, I thoroughly enjoyed my time scootering around town on this thing, and for most people living in a city where every amenity is already nearby, it'll do the job. Number 3. Niu KQi 300X. Niu's KQi 300X is an all-terrain upgraded version of the older KQi 3 Pro, which was my top recommended scooter for some time. This model has a just as easy-to-use folding mechanism, and when you fold the stem down, it locks into place at the deck automatically. It weighs a bit more at 49 pounds, but the stem is thin, so it's easy to grasp and carry up a flight of stairs. It's a well-rounded riding experience that rivals the Apollo Go, with great suspension and thick 10.5-inch tubeless tires. The dual disc brakes come to a quick stop, though I set the regenerative braking to the max and relied on it most of the time. I rode the Williamsburg Bridge in Brooklyn back and forth, and it hardly skipped a beat. By default, it goes up to 20 miles per hour, but if you pair it with the Niu app, you can unlock the fastest 23 miles per hour speed. The range is noticeably better than the older model, and I measured this while typically riding at its top speed, meaning if you limit the speed, you'll be able to go further. My only gripe is that there are no quick speed modes to cycle through on the display. You're stuck with E-Save mode, which goes up to 10 miles per hour, and then the default mode, which goes up to 23 miles per hour. In the app, You can enable a dynamic mode that lets you set a custom speed, but weirdly, when you switch to this via the display, it flashes e-save mode to indicate it's turned on. It's not very intuitive. I wish there were basic modes to choose from without hopping into the app. You also get turn signals, but they're annoyingly not time-based and don't turn off automatically. Enticed by the 300X? It's worth considering the Niu KQi 300p. It's nearly identical but has a slightly lesser motor and range at a lower price. Number 4. Segway E2 Pro. The Segway E2 Pro isn't going to get you very far. I traveled less than 10 miles on a single charge, though most people weigh less than I and can get better range. It's heavier than it looks, at 41 pounds, but it's quick to fold down and easy to carry by the stem. I've had no problem trotting around my neighborhood with this scooter and its 350-watt motor, which has a top speed of 15 miles per hour and does a decent job on small slopes. It's fairly steady on bumpy roads thanks to the 10-inch tubeless tires, and the front drum brake and rear electronic brake reliably bring this vehicle to a stop fairly quickly. It's worth noting that, as a safety precaution, you have to pair it with Segway's app to unlock the full speed. My favorite addition is the turn signals, which you can easily access on the handlebar. I just wish there were a timer to automatically stop the blinkers after a few seconds, because you have to manually turn them off. Overall, the E2 Pro is a nice upgrade pick over the E2 Plus, which was my previous budget recommendation. If you're looking to spend very little, take a look at the Niu 100p, which I talk about further below. It costs around $379.